venture into the intricate tapestry of the human mind, psychology, the study not just of behavior, but of emotion, thought, and the very essence of our being. It bridges the gap between the known and the unknown, between the science and the soul. My name is Eileen, your host for today's episode. For today's video, we will talk about the laws of karma. Welcome to the world of karma, an ancient concept deeply rooted in Eastern philosophies. Karma is the law of cause and effect. Good actions bring about positive outcomes, while negative actions lead to undesirable consequences. It's not about punishment or reward, but rather the universe's way of maintaining balance. So, the next time you make a choice, remember every act, no matter how small, in the cosmic dance of life, karma reminds us that we are all interconnected. Before we dive into our video, please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos.
Karma is a concept from Indian philosophy and religion, particularly in Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. It refers to the idea that your actions have consequences, and these consequences can affect your current and future life. The laws of karma are not legal or scientific laws but rather principles or beliefs that guide these traditions. Here are some key aspects of the laws of karma that are believed to influence your life. Law of cause and effect. This is the fundamental law of karma. It states that every action you take, whether physical, mental, or emotional, has consequences. Positive actions lead to positive outcomes, and negative actions lead to negative outcomes. This is often summarized as you sow, so shall you reap. Law of intention. Karma is not solely based on actions but also on the intentions behind those actions. Good intentions can mitigate the negative effects of an action, while bad intentions can intensify them. Law of balance. Karma is believed to maintain balance in the universe. If you perform a harmful action, you may experience harm in return to restore equilibrium. Conversely, positive actions lead to positive experiences. Law of destiny. Karma is thought to influence your future circumstances and experiences. Your current actions can shape your future life, both in this life and in future reincarnations, in belief systems that include reincarnation. Law of learning. Karma is seen as a tool for personal growth and learning. The consequences of your actions are meant to teach you valuable lessons, helping you evolve and progress spiritually. Law of forgiveness. By making amends and seeking forgiveness for past negative actions, you can mitigate the karmic debt associated with those actions. This emphasizes the importance of personal responsibility and redemption. Law of grace. In some interpretations of karma, acts of selfless service and unconditional love can lead to spiritual grace, which can transcend or mitigate the effects of negative karma. It's important to note that the concept of karma can vary among different cultures and religious traditions, and not everyone subscribes to these beliefs. Additionally, the concept of karma does not necessarily imply a deterministic view of life. It allows for free will and choice. Many people use the idea of karma as a moral and ethical framework to guide their actions, believing that by doing good and avoiding harm, they can create a more positive and fulfilling life. Whether you believe in the laws of karma or not, the idea of cause and effect and the importance of ethical behavior are universal principles that can be valuable in one's personal and moral development. Law of time. Karma is not limited to immediate consequences. Some believe that the effects of actions can manifest in this life, in future lives, in reincarnation beliefs, or even over extended periods of time. This emphasizes patience and a long-term perspective. Law of attachment. Attachment to the outcomes of your actions can lead to suffering. The less attached you are to the results of your actions, the less impact they may have on your well-being. This is sometimes referred to as performing detached action. Law of dharma. Dharma refers to one's duty or purpose in life. Following your dharma and fulfilling your responsibilities with integrity is believed to generate positive karma. Law of compassion. Acts of compassion and kindness are seen as powerful ways to accumulate positive karma. Helping others and alleviating their suffering can lead to positive outcomes in your life. Law of retribution. Some interpretations of karma suggest that karma can result in not only positive or negative consequences but also a form of retribution. This implies that the consequences of your actions are determined by a higher power or cosmic justice. Law of transference. Karma can be transferred or shared in some belief systems. For example, dedicating the positive merit of your actions to someone else can help them overcome difficulties or improve their karma. Law of awareness. Recognizing and reflecting on your actions and their consequences can lead to greater self-awareness and personal growth. Being mindful of your choices allows you to make more conscious decisions. Law of accumulation. Karma is thought to accumulate over time, so the actions you take throughout your life contribute to your overall karmic balance. This reinforces the idea that every action matters. It's important to understand that interpretations of karma can vary widely among different cultures and philosophical traditions. Some people may view karma as a spiritual concept, while others see it as a psychological or ethical framework for guiding their lives. Ultimately, whether or not you believe in the specific laws of karma, the idea of cause and effect, personal responsibility, and the importance of ethical conduct are universal principles that can influence the way you approach your actions and decisions in life. Law of cause and effect. The law of cause and effect, often referred to as the principle of causality, is a fundamental concept in philosophy, science, and various spiritual and religious traditions. It states that every event or phenomenon has a cause, and that cause produces an effect. In other words, there is a relationship of cause and effect between events and actions in the universe. Here are some key points about the law of cause and effect. Causality. This law asserts that nothing happens by chance or without a reason. Every effect has a specific and identifiable cause, and every cause leads to specific effects. Determinism. The principle of causality implies a deterministic view of the universe, where events are determined by prior causes. This deterministic perspective is often contrasted with notions of randomness or indeterminacy. Predictability. Because of the law of cause and effect, if you understand the causes that lead to a particular effect, you can predict future occurrences or outcomes based on similar causes. Scientific method. In science, the principle of causality is foundational. Scientists seek to understand the causes and effects of natural phenomena through observation, experimentation, and the formulation of hypotheses and theories. Philosophical implications. The concept of causality has profound philosophical implications, particularly in discussions about free will, determinism, and the nature of reality. Karma. The concept of karma in Eastern philosophies, as discussed earlier, is also closely related to the law of cause and effect. Karma posits that one's actions and intentions have consequences that manifest as future experiences. Ethical considerations. In ethics and morality, the law of cause and effect underscores the idea that our actions have consequences, both for ourselves and for others. Ethical systems often emphasize responsible decision-making and the consideration of the potential effects of one's actions. Spiritual and religious beliefs. Many spiritual and religious traditions incorporate the law of cause and effect into their worldviews. For example, in Christianity, the concept of "you reap what you sow" reflects the idea of consequences for one's actions. The law of cause and effect is a foundational principle in understanding how events and phenomena are interconnected and how the universe operates. It has broad implications across various fields of human knowledge and is a fundamental concept for both scientific inquiry and philosophical contemplation. Law of attachment. The law of attachment is not a universally recognized or established law like the law of cause and effect, or the law of karma. Instead, it is a concept that is often discussed in the context of various spiritual and self-help teachings. This concept is sometimes used to refer to the idea that attachment to things, people, outcomes, or desires can lead to suffering and unhappiness. Here are some key points related to the concept of the law of attachment. Attachment and suffering. In many spiritual and philosophical traditions, attachment is seen as a source of suffering. When individuals become overly attached to material possessions, relationships, or specific outcomes, they may experience distress, disappointment, and anxiety when those attachments are threatened or unfulfilled. Buddhist perspective. The concept of attachment is central to Buddhist teachings. Buddhists believe that attachment, or clinging, is one of the root causes of suffering, dukkha. The Four Noble Truths in Buddhism highlight the connection between attachment and suffering. Detachment. The opposite of attachment is often described as detachment or non-attachment. Detachment involves letting go of strong emotional and psychological attachment to outcomes or possessions, which can lead to greater inner peace and contentment. Mindfulness. Mindfulness practices, which are often associated with Buddhism, encourage individuals to become aware of their attachments and learn to observe them without judgment. This awareness can help people make more conscious choices and reduce the impact of attachment on their well-being. Balanced perspective. While attachment is often seen as a source of suffering, some argue that a complete lack of attachment can lead to apathy or indifference. The goal may not be to eliminate all attachments but to develop a balanced and healthy relationship with them. Self-help and psychology. Ideas related to attachment and detachment have also found their way into modern psychology and self-help literature. Concepts such as attachment theory in psychology explore how early attachment patterns can affect relationships and emotional well-being. Spiritual growth. For some, the practice of letting go of attachments is seen as a path to spiritual growth and inner liberation. By releasing attachment to ego, desires, and external circumstances, individuals may seek a deeper sense of fulfillment and connection. It's important to note that the concept of attachment is interpreted and applied differently in various cultural, spiritual, and psychological contexts. While it can be a valuable concept for self-reflection and personal growth, it should not be seen as an absolute or universally applicable law. Whether or not one chooses to embrace the principles of non-attachment, the idea serves as a reminder of the potential consequences of excessive attachment and the value of finding balance in one's life.
Thank you for joining us in this captivating journey into the realm of the mind and its extraordinary capabilities. We hope you've enjoyed this exploration. If you're as fascinated by the magic of the mind as we are, and want to continue uncovering its mysteries, be sure to subscribe our channel here. Our next video promises to take you even deeper into the enchanting world of the mind. Be sure to click here. I'm Eileen, signing off. See you in the next video.